Welcome to the Yin Yoga for Hips. For our practice today, you'll need a thick mat, or you can double up your mats, a bolster, or a dense cushion from your couch, and 2 blocks, or you can use thick, sturdy books. Pause here to collect your things, and when you're ready, meet me in a seated position on your mat. Place your hands in your lap. Close your eyes. And find a smooth and steady breath in and out through your nose. In the Yin style of yoga, we hold postures for a couple of minutes each. And although it's very relaxing, it can also be very intense. So use your breath as an anchor to keep you calm and present, no matter how intense these poses may feel. And when you're ready, gently blink your eyes open, shift your hips over to one side, and then open your legs up for a wide leg fold towards the side of your mat. So take your legs nice and wide. And remember, you can take a standing wide leg fold instead. So take whatever serves you, but if you are in the seated wide leg, stay tall for a moment here. Flex your toes back towards your face. Walk your hips out from underneath you. Even use your hands and grab on and pull your hips out from underneath you. And if sitting tall here is already providing a lengthening in your thighs, inner thighs, groin, and hips, then there is no need to hinge or fold deeper. You're already lengthening those muscles. So just stay here and breathe. And perhaps in a few breaths, you might be able to hinge forward just millimeters. If you're feeling very flexible in this pose, then definitely go ahead and lengthen out of your hips first, then hinge from your hips to walk your hands forward. Find the variation that serves you, knowing that it can and will evolve over time, and we'll be here for several long, deep breaths. Enjoy. Now take your time as you slowly rise, or if you're like me, you're probably already up there, and we'll add a variation to this pose. Place your right forearm inside of your right shin, so you're leaning over your right leg. Now adjust so that your shoulders are open. You definitely do not want to be caving forward here. If you're feeling plenty of sensation, then this is where your posture is. And just stay and breathe. If you're feeling very flexible today, go ahead and reach your left arm overhead as if you were reaching for your right toes. Maybe you can touch them, maybe not. Either way, shoulders stay open. Do not curl or cave forward. Now breathe. Relax the muscles in your face Maybe even add just a little bit of a smile to lighten this up. You're here for about 5 smooth breaths. Slowly rise. And take a quick counter stretch just to reset your lower back. Turning your body to the left. Big breath in. Big breath out. Switching sides. Place your left forearm inside of your left shin, leaning your body over to the left, and adjust so that your chest is open, you're not caving forward. If you did so on the other side, extend your right arm overhead as if you were reaching for your toes. Stay open. No curling, no caving through the chest. Stay broad through your shoulders. 5 breaths here. And slowly rise. Take your gentle counter twist to the right. Stay tall through your spine. Big breath in. And big breath out. Then use your hands to assist your legs as you bend your knees and draw the soles of your feet together. Take plenty of space between your ankles and hips so your knees are open like a butterfly. Walk your hips out from underneath you. Then inhale to lengthen out of your hips, nice long spine. Then exhale to hinge from your hips and fold your body forward as your forehead slowly melts down towards your heels. Relax everything else. There's no need to pull, no need to strain. As you breathe in and out through your nose for 1 more minute. Shoulders are soft. Eyebrows are relaxed. Let your head hang heavy. And see if you can relax even your inner thighs. Slowly rise. Take your time, then use your hands to assist your knees together and come to stand on your knees. We're going to ease into this pose today. So if you have blocks, go ahead and grab them and place them outside of your ankles. Otherwise, you can keep your hands on your hips the whole time. Curl your toes under behind you. This will give you more control over your hips in this back bend. Take your hands to your lower back like you're about to slide your fingers into your back pockets, but it's okay for your wrists if you want to curl your fingers around your sides. That's okay too. Now scoop your tailbone under and forward, lengthening out your lower back. And you want to keep your hips pushing forward the entire time, not leaning back. So from here, inhale to lift up through your heart. And as you exhale, slowly roll your shoulders back into just a little bit of a back bend. But again, focus more on the sensation of the opening in your quads and hip flexors. So no need to go very far here. Just go until you feel that opening and then hold and breathe. And if you're using blocks outside of your ankles, very mindfully reach one hand back at a time to grab onto that block for support. You're not resting your weight into those blocks. Instead, you're focusing on lifting through your heart and pushing your hips forward. And hold wherever you are for a few more smooth breaths. If your hands are on your blocks, one at a time, place your hands back on your hips. Very slowly, come out of your back bend and take a seat on your heels. Hands in your lap, eyes gently closed. Use your breath to calm your body and mind. And then make your way into a tabletop or downward facing dog on your mat. Let's set up half pigeon. Bring your right knee all the way through towards your right wrist. Lay your shin flat on your mat. Your right ankle will work its way up to your left wrist eventually, or anywhere in between your left wrist and your hip. What's most important is that your hips are squared off towards the front of your mat. So if you were to look down and see the two sharp hip bones, they're both pointing to the front of your mat. If it helps, you can always place a prop underneath your right hip, or just take a figure 4 variation instead. We'll take our time in this half pigeon pose. So find the variation that serves you. Find the depth that you can breathe into to release tension, relax your body, and melt over time. Take a mental scan of your body. Notice if you're holding anywhere else where you can just let go. And see if you can go a little bit deeper for just a few more smooth breaths. Nice and slow, walk your hands back up and make your way back to downward facing dog. When you're ready, switch sides. For half pigeon, bring your left knee towards your left wrist, ankle anywhere between your hip and your right wrist. Again, double check that your hips are squared off to the front of your mat, and if it helps, place a prop underneath your left hip. And then feel free to take any variation that you'd like to start in, knowing that over time, you'll slowly go deeper and deeper into this posture. So wherever you are, soften your eyebrows, your eyelids, your jaw. Relax even your tongue and feel your breath move rhythmically through your body, releasing tension as you melt further into the pose. For several smooth breaths. Notice if you're tensing anywhere where you can just let go, and see if you can go a little bit deeper for these next few breaths. And slowly rise. Take your time as you make your way back to downward facing dog. Feel free to pedal out your legs. Then inhale, look up through your hands and bend your knees. Exhale to step your feet all the way through, take a seat on your mat, and then come to lie down on your back. And keep your knees to your chest for full wind pose. Just hold on to your thighs or your shins. Relax your shoulders. Lengthen the back of your neck for about 3 smooth breaths.